Chicago Bears now mailbag, mailbag, doesn't matter. Mailbag time. Harrison Graham here, and let's get to it. Moody Magic, if you could trade for any player right now, who would it be? It's a good question. I mean, going into that Washington game, the debate was running back, pass rusher. I think we saw enough out of the running game where I want to see that play out over the next few weeks. Did they find something sustainable? Was that a one-off? We'll find out. I think money dependent, depending on how the next few weeks, money/trade compensation dependent. I'd be exploring the pass rusher market, and there's always tiers of pass rush of trade targets, and we might do a video of that. Like, here are the blockbuster guys, here are the mid-tier guys, here are the rentals, all that stuff. So, subscribe and stay tuned. We'll probably do that. Here's like the bigger name guys that have been rumored recently. Obviously, Trey Hendrickson. If the Bengals keep losing, they might just cut ties there. Kayvon Thibodeau, that's seeming less and less likely. He's a young, ascending player. The Giants will figure it out with their three edges, but maybe they would reconsider if it was a big enough offer. Jeffery Simmons is out there. I wouldn't do a 1, but if you could get him for a 2, I'd consider it. Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, feels like the Dolphins will trade at least one of those guys. Kind of like the Commanders a couple years ago, Montez Sweat and Chase Young. They ended up trading both. We'll see if Miami does that. There's been like loose rumors of like the Quinnen Williams, the Max Crosbys of the world. I'm not sure those caliber of players get traded, but we'll have to wait and see. I still think the pass rush needs work. Now, were there positive signs against Washington? Yeah, it was kind of a group effort. Dexter got back there a couple times. I thought Montez Sweat, even without a sack, had probably his best game of the season. I thought he flashed more than once. We'll see what Grady Jarrett's status is moving forward. Obviously, you hope to get him back. Even if he's not like a high-level impactful player, he will certainly help. Dominic Robinson's second on the team with 1.5 sacks. So, listen, if you told me he ends the year with 4 or 5 sacks, like that's a win. Certainly need more, but I think pass rush in general would be an area that I'd be looking to target regardless of who the player is. Now, you tell me. Name a player that the Bears should trade for. And again, if it's one of these high-priced guys, you're going to have to move money around. Bears have around $10 million in cap space, so even a guy like Trey Hendrickson, to start the year, his cap hit for a team trading for him is $16 million. Now, it goes down by the week. It's prorated, so you're getting closer to where you could absorb it, but you still need to have leftover money because you're paying your practice squad every week. That impacts the cap, so you'd probably have to move some money around for a guy like him, or certainly Jeffery Simmons. Who would you want to trade for? Let's hear it down in the comment section below. Okay, Gark64, $20 super chat. With the Titans firing, are there any trades from them that would be worth it? Simmons or Arden Key are two guys that would come to mind. Arden Key would probably be like, I don't know, if you could get him for like a 4th-round pick, edge rusher. Simmons, probably Tennessee would probably want a 1. I don't think I'm trading a 1 for him right now. He's 28. The last couple of years, he wasn't playing as well. This year, he is. So I'd be a little hesitant to trade a 1st-round pick, but he's obviously a big name that's been rumored to be on the trade market. Okay, Jay Thorns, what's your outlook on these next 4 games? I get there are a couple of catch games, but possibly sitting at 7-2 going to the game against Minnesota. I mean, that would be incredible, right? If you won these next several games. I mean, you've got the Saints at home this week. That's a game you really need to get. 2 road games against Baltimore and Cincinnati. Lamar Jackson, Roquan Smith are expected to be back for that Baltimore game. So that game's not going to be easy, but easier than when the schedule came out. Cincinnati on the road. We'll see how Joe Flacco plays the next few weeks, but that's a game you at least feel like you have a good chance of winning. So, yeah, you got some winnable contests coming up. I think even if you got to 6-3, you'd be pretty damn happy if that happened. I kind of look at the next 3 games. Beat the Saints, split those 2 AFC North games. You're 5-3. Like, if you told me that was the outcome, I'd be happy. 6-2 would be amazing. We'll see how the next few weeks go. One game at a time. All right, today's show sponsored by Mando. Mando, shopmando.com. Use code chat at checkout to get 20% off all of their products right now. Fall is here, which means football is here. In other words, it's the best time of the year for the fellas. It's a great time to be out and about, and if you're like me, that includes being outside a lot with my son and doing different projects around the house. Don't let body odor sideline you. Mando Deodorant Plus Sweat Control is for real working guys. Mando is formulated to stop odor before it starts and doesn't mask odor with overwhelming fragrance. It has several awesome products from the deodorant wipe, spray deodorant, stick deodorant, and much more. best part is that Mando's products are safe from head to toe. Check this out. With one swipe, you're good to go. This isn't your typical deodorant. It's clinical strength, 2 times better at controlling sweat than the standard. It controls both sweat and odor for 72 hours. And after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. This stuff works. The Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. As a special offer for our Bears Now listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code CHAT. That is code CHAT, CHAT, at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. SHOPMANDO.com, code CHAT. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Mando's got you covered. Protect your pits. Smell great doing it. The link and promo code are in the comments and description of this video. All right, Club Dub. Appreciate the 5. He says, I think Theo did a good job last night. I'll give him a B-. What would you give him? I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think I saw he gave up PFF credited him with 2 pressures, which, again, subjective. But I think all things considered, a first start at left tackle, second start overall. If he gives you that level of play, I don't know if he's the long-term guy, but I think for this year, it's an upgrade over Braxton Jones from what we had seen. I think he can be a plus player in the run game. If he can be average in pass protection, you'll take it. I thought it was a good start for him. And Darnell on the other side was fantastic. I thought he might have been your best player last night. Okay, Johnny, all of a sudden 6-2 looks very manageable. I don't want to get ahead of our skis here, guys. The Saints this week is not going to be a layup. They have been in every game except for one. They have been very competitive. Hopefully the guys in the building are doing this, and I don't think Ben and this staff would allow it. But if you just roll into that game lackadaisical, the Saints could sneak up on you. They have been very competitive. At Baltimore with Lamar and Roquan coming back, I would guess Vegas has them as a betting favorite. Certainly a winnable game. Their defense is going to have some issues still, but that's not going to be a gimme. They're going to be desperate at 1-5. They have to win that game or their season's basically over. At Cincinnati, how's Flacco playing by then? Again, very winnable, but any road game in the NFL is hard. Giants at home, they've been formidable since they've gone to Jackson Dart, so no game in the NFL is a gimme. Could you win all those? Yes. Could you go 2-2? Also, yes. It's not like we can assume that they're just going to start winning all these games. So still a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. The good news is you've won 3 in a row, and especially in these last 2 games, you haven't played great, and you've still found a way to win. So if they can clean some things up, then yeah, 6-2 is certainly possible, but I don't think we should assume that is going to be the case. Subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you content every single day, live watch parties every game day, and so much more. We're having fun here on Chicago Bears Now this season, so hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and never miss out here on Bears Now by Chat Sports. Kiddis, hot take, Dayo has been the worst signing of the Poles era. Well, Nate Davis exists. I mean, at least Dayo plays. It would take a lot for someone to top Nate Davis. Seriously. It just doesn't get worse. I'm not sitting here acting like Dayo's been a great signing. I thought he did a pretty decent job against the run last night. And look, I think at this point, which it's unfortunate you're saying this 5 games in, with Dayo, be a plus run defender. Anything he adds as a pass rusher is a bonus, but be a guy who consistently sets the edge in the run game. And if you can occasionally dent the pocket and get after the quarterback, I think that's a win. But, yeah, I mean, at the time it felt like an overpay, and I would say so far that certainly has been the case. Kobe White Enjoyer. Bull's almost back. What's Darnell Wright's potential this year and in his career? I've thought this for a while. If he cleans up the mental errors, just the jumping off sides with the false starts, just the pre-snap stuff, the occasional technique breakdowns, when he's locked in, he's very athletic. For 6'5", 333, he moves very well. When his technique is on point, he's very technically sound. He can hit you with that punch. He has multiple counters to different pass rushes. He's excellent out in space in the run game. I think he can be an all-pro. Now, he's got to tighten up the consistency, but he's got all the tools to be that. He's already a really good player, which is why I always push back on, well, just Darnell Wright, the penalties, put him on the bench. Put him on the bench for Ozzie Trapillo? I think Ozzie Trapillo can be a good player in this league, What evidence do we have that he's better than Darnell Wright? I think Darnell Wright is a very, very good player. And if he cleans up the little things, he has a chance to be a great player. So I thought last night was one of his better games. He played really, really well, and hopefully silenced the doubters a little bit and reminded people like, hey, I'm pretty damn good. Like he's a good football player. Are the Bears a playoff team? Yes or no? Right now they would not be in the playoffs, but they are in the thick of it in the NFC. Do you think this team will make the postseason? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Got time for a few more here. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Treyful, thoughts on giving Luther more snaps instead of Zaccheaus? I don't know if they're going to all of a sudden like flip the snap totals, but like if it's like this right now, Zaccheaus and Burden, it needs to like kind of slowly go, ooh, and then like toward the end of the season it flips, right? Like I don't think they're going to flip and all of a sudden Burden's going to play 70% of the snaps and Zaccheaus is going to play 30, but within 2 or 3 weeks, is it closer to 50-50? I would like to see that. My guess is that with Luther being a rookie, he missed a lot of time in the offseason. Zaccheaus, just from a mental understanding the playbook standpoint, being a veteran, he's just further along in those areas. They trust him more in that regard. But Luther is a far more dynamic player. I mean, I've said it multiple times, but that play that Zaccheaus drops, and forget the drop aspect of it. If Burden catches that on the dead run like Zaccheaus would have been, I think there's a very good chance Burden scores. Zaccheaus would have gotten a nice play as well. I'm not sure he goes the distance, though. One guy to beat, I think Luther, with his ability to make people miss in space, I think that's a 98-yard touchdown. So Ben Johnson probably sees that play on film this week and is like, holy shit. If that's number 10 catching that football, that's a game-changing play right there. David, last one here. What has impressed you the most regarding Dennis Allen's defense so far? I mean, recently the takeaways. To get as many takeaways as they're getting without a consistent pass rush, that's pretty impressive. What is his calling card? Disguises on the back end, and they've gotten a lot of interceptions. Brisker baits Jaden Daniels into that throw. Obviously, they came in bunches against Las Vegas also. A couple off of Dak Prescott, who's playing excellent football this year. I think the ability to get takeaways. And he's dialing up more pressure as the weeks go on. So, yeah, I like what he's doing. There's still some moments where I'm like, I didn't love that call. Like that 3rd and 13, that felt kind of like a fluke call. It's play soft. I don't mind playing coverage, but you got to defend the sticks. For a dump off to go for 15 on 3rd and 13, that can't happen. So it's not perfect, but doesn't have his number one corner, doesn't have a great pass rush to work with. I think all in all, especially since the Detroit game, the defense has been more than acceptable. I'd say it's been a plus group. All right, appreciate all the questions here on Chicago Bears Now. Don't forget to follow me on social media at HGramNFL, both on Twitter and Instagram. DMs are open if you want to talk more ball. If you have a question that didn't get answered here on the show, you can hit me up over there at HGramNFL.